Hello, guys. This is going to be a deep message, but if you accept this message, you will break the matrix and move up. So, as the title says, the hierarchy, learning the true meaning, will break you free out of the matrix. Hierarchy, the true meaning, will break you out of the 3D matrix. So, guys, let's start with parthenogenesis. Because in the Bible book, it says, that the woman comes from the rib, but that's scientifically impossible. But parthenogenesis is scientific. So women were first on the plane of the earth. And we're still going to get to this hierarchy. Hierarchy, guys, I want you to remove the I from the hierarchy. Hierarchy. So it's right, the truth is hidden in plain sight. If you hear all my videos, it ends with that. So hierarchy, the I is what fools you. And it's an I there. I'm going to discuss that I. But it's hierarchy. So it's a her at the top of that pyramid. Also at the top of the pyramids, if you've seen pictures, it's an I. Say that. So when you say I, that's you. So the hierarchy was a pyramid scheme formed by the corporations only to program your mind to not, remember, know thyself, to not let you know thyself. It's in the pyramid. It's at the top with the I. The I is you. So ye are gods is there. So parthenogenesis is scientific. So women could create without a man, which is the false story of the virgin birth of Parthenogenesis, whether you believe that story or not, is how the woman was first. So here's another question. You all have a belly button, is that right? Everybody listening to this has a belly button. So to see God, it says you must go through the Father. But you were birthed through the female. So who do you see first when you're birthed? The female. So the female is the God. She was first. Head of household, they invert. If the female is first, she's the lead. Males, you're only here for protection, to help protect. That's why you're here. Females their true energy is love. This is all about love at the top of the pyramid, guys. So let's discuss this word Jesus. There are no J's, which was created in 1564. The J is for Isis, guys. Instead of Jesus, it's Isis, and they put a man there. That's the programming. It's the female Isis. It was 26,000 years she's back, which I call the big mama chakra rare bird. Let's discuss these treaties. They keep telling you America, guys. That's the false illusion. It's always been Turtle Island. We are Turtle Island, guys. Turtle Island never contracted with these, they're at the bottom, guys. They're the Satan did. So the pyramid, all your corporations is at the bottom. Treaties is false because they never contracted with the people of Turtle Island. The colonizers created America Unite, but that's the Turtle Island never created that. So it was the patriarch are the rebellious sons of the mother. That's why the Pope is wearing a dress. Your doctor's wearing a dress. Ministers wearing a dress. So religions, sports, politricks, banks, all at the bottom, guys. Per the pyramid, it's been a pyramid scheme because they reversed you. Remember, the last shall be first. You were always first. Now, heaven on earth. Earth was heaven at first, guys. Until they switched you to the patriarchal system, which was of Satan at the bottom of the pyramid, because you forgot to know thyself. We're all here to restore the matriarch. So the female is God, but you keep saying Father God. You come through the uterus of the female. That is your heaven. The 9 months is the 9 dimensions, guys. 9 months it takes the female. That's the 9 dimensions. We're going symbolism. Now, when you read the Bible, they put blood. I just explained that Jesus is Isis. The blood is in the uterus. And you're not supposed to cut the umbilical cord, guys. That cuts your divine, when you're transferring energy from the mother to the son. The son is supposed to go through the mother. Then the divine nature of the mother would be love. That would be your God, the big mamas. So that's why they had to switch the females to the masculine energy, and they had to take the males and put them in the feminine, like the female energy, which is all switching back. That's why your body, everything is switching back, guys. So the transferring is going now. So more females need to get on the platforms, guys, and less males. Feminine, so the earth is a feminine planet. Who would be best to talk about feminine energy? Males, we only protect and we support. We're supporters. It's not a domination. That's patriarchal system. So remember, hierarchy is at the top of the pyramid. That's a hierarchy. The woman has always been the God, guys. They inverted everything. You keep saying, no, you're supposed to say Mother Divine, because the earth is a female planet. And earth was always heaven. Until you went through the patriarchal system when the sons of the mother was rebellious and wanted to be God. Fallen angels. That's why the Pope is kissing the feet of the Black Madonna. So is the copper tone here first. Behind the pale face is someone my skin color, guys. Part of the blood families, because they give you the story of Cain and Abel. Those are 2 copper tones. Esau and Jacob is you. It's all mental, guys. Mental construct. You're in a false reality. Now, if you don't believe this, you'll stay at the bottom of the pyramid and you'll be kicked off. You'll be gone. 3D, the 5D, and 9 it's the top of the pyramid, guys. That's what you're missing. You keep carrying that Father God, then you won't be able to go forward. It's the big mama, like your grandmama. It's not this domination. The man and woman walk side by side. It is like, no, but as far as head of household, it's just a trick term. Who was here first? And when you go to chicken and the egg, I used to say that the chicken is a female. Everything comes through the female, guys. The female was her. It was all females. As I said, there's movies with a land of females. So little by little, I was getting it. But finally, hierarchy came to me. And I understand it now, or overstand it. Understand puts you down at the bottom again. You must watch your languages. If you say you're a black man, then you are at the bottom of the pyramid. You don't know thyself, not a color. And then I was going citizen versus sovereign. Citizen is all at the bottom of the pyramid. That's the hell. You're down there with the corporations. You're under a corporation. You don't have a constitution, guys. If you create something, everything's under you as the God. The son and daughter of the God through the mother. That's why everything's changing to the divine feminine energy. Before you were a male, you were female. Look at your chest, guys. Look at your belly button. Who did you come through? Who's the first person you see when you come to light? Your mother. Patriarch takes you away from the divine feminine energy, as it's at the bottom of the pyramid. Top of the pyramid is the all-seeing eye. I, guys, is you. Ye are gods, John 10:34. So they tell you, remember, the truth is in plain sight. Hierarchy's been sitting there. It's hierarchy. And then it's her history, right? His story is her story. No one talks about her story. That's why the females need to be on the platforms and get the energy, because there's been a lot of masculines. You see a lot of these shows. This is spirit, not flesh, guys. This is a spiritual thing. But the platforms, you need to get more females to get the energy equal, guys. It must be equal. We keep talking about the four fathers. What about the four mothers? Queen Califia, as we know, Cali was the queen of California. But in a matriarch system, you are here to caretake the land. The land owns you. You don't own the land, because when you leave, the land stays. You caretake the land. In the beginning, God, the female, gave man domain. You've always had domain. You forget. You go through the middle of the Bible. It's in the beginning of that book. But that book is at the bottom, guys. That book is just a reference point to know thyself. That's why it's left there. That's all at the bottom. If you hear people debating about sports, they're in the bottom of the pyramid. It's entertainment, guys. It's all scripted. All sports scripted, all at the bottom because it's under the corporations, the banks. They're all at the bottom, guys. Stealing your energy because you don't focus on thine self. As you focus on thine self and you accept the pyramid as it is. So the true law of the earth is the energy. The energy give out is what you are. That will be your forever. Your energy, if you say there's hatred, you will stay in the lower. The energy is whatever you're giving out in your thinking. Ye are gods. If you keep talking about Trump, you stay in the lower. They're under you, guys. Know thyself, then they don't need to tell you. As I just gave you the easy pyramid with the eye. I think I even have I think one of my videos, at the end of this video, I'm going to do the pyramid with the eye, guys. The truth is hidden in plain sight. I send all this in the love because that's the true energy, guys, as you reach more. But the part we was missing was the hierarchy. It's part of it. And I gave you Anavan rights. That's a feminine divine energy, and we must give support. Because you see, I'm going to say it again. Less males need to be on these platforms and more females. We need to see her story. You keep giving his story. So more of her story needs to be to bring the balance. That's the word I was looking for. The colonizers, if you go 1491, it was Turtle Island, guys. So I send this video in love. Hopefully that opens thine eye, thine self. The church is your body, guys. There is nothing outside of you but thine self at the top of the pyramid. So they formed a pyramid scheme because you didn't know thine self. I send this video in love, and I also gave you receipts. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.